Hi, I'm Darr, the President and CEO of Cruise Lines International Association, and I'm here in beautiful Funchal, Madeira today. I'm here with Barbara Buczek from Cruise Saudi. Thank you for joining us, Barbara, and thank you for making the trip to come be here in Madeira. And you see we've got this great backdrop provided by a couple of CLIA members.
Awesome.
So I was wondering if I could ask you a couple of questions about, and I know the answer is yes, I can, about the development of the cruise business in Saudi. I know it's taken a lot of work, a lot of commitment from the government. I was wondering if you could just comment a bit about what's gone into that and what the longer term vision is for cruise in Saudi, whether it's the Red Sea or the country in particular.
Excellent. Thank you for having us here. Thank you for Madeira for hosting the conference. Cruise Saudi, for those who are not aware, is a PIF, Public Investment Fund owned company that has been established to develop industry in Saudi Arabia from scratch. So if you think going back 2019, there was not a cruise ship, not a facility for cruise ships. Our job is to facilitate that, effectively one-stop shop for the cruise lines, those ones who want to come, but also for cruise guests who want to book. Very much started from developing the infrastructure, ports, port agents, working with the ecosystem to develop the ecosystem. So when the cruise lines come, they have everything ready for them, just like in any other destination. And then we moved on later on to developing a cruise lines themselves, and I'm sure my boss Lars will tell you later about it and about the journey with AROYA and Arabian at sea.
Well, great. Sounds like a fascinating project, and also to work on the source market and the ports of destinations aspect simultaneously is rather unique. What sort of work did you do in your background that lends you to doing this type of big task?
I have no idea what lends me to do this task. I think it's a sheer luck and probably maybe my character and perseverance, because probably that's what you have to have a lot of in Saudi. But also the connections. I previously worked obviously in the shipping industry, but the most important part of what we do in Cruise Saudi is working with the ecosystem to make sure that everybody from the Ministry of Tourism to the port agents and to the travel agents who are selling and obviously welcoming guests and helping us to welcome guests are aware of what cruise industry is. So you have to be very multifaceted, and that's what we did in terms of building our team and building the industry alongside us, how we are growing as well.
So the Red Sea region in particular has been a little bit difficult to say the least, from a security aspect for the last couple of years, but it sounds like this is really a long-term vision that you have. Where do you see this going in, say, 5-10 years from now, and when things have normalized there in the Red Sea region?
I'll take us back a little bit to 2020 when I first started, if you let me. We started with two cruise lines. We started with MSC, who we all know very well, and
I know them particularly well.
and Scenic. I don't think anybody in the industry would say that they don't. And we had a ambitious growth, but the expectations that we had were massively surpassed. Within a space of 2 years, we've built a relationship with 15 different cruise lines, and obviously then the inevitable events and the disruption of the Red Sea happened that you've mentioned. Our shareholders and ourselves take this matter, as you said, with a long-term view, luckily. And we've been working with our own cruise line AROYA that I've mentioned earlier to maintain the business and the interest in the cruising industry, and we're very busy doing so. But now we're seeing also green shoots. So this year we have already 5 different cruise lines booked from international cruise community. Next year we have 15 different cruise lines returning to the Red Sea and the Arabian Gulf. So for us, we're not stopping, and we seem to be on the trajectory to return of the cruise industry. Our ambitions is to build further on the infrastructure that we have. We currently have 5 different gateways. Obviously, we're looking to grow it, not only as Cruise Saudi, but also with the other partners within the PIF ecosystem. And building on our cruise lines later on, but I'm sure Lars will tell you all about it, and welcoming cruise guests. Our ambition by 2030 is to have 1.3 million guests into our shores and a number of destinations, so ambition remains high.
Well, I think it's excellent to hear that thought process that went into it and hear that it is a long-term vision. You, as Cruise Saudi, have been generous contributors towards the production of Cruise Port Development Manual project, which we're coordinating.
Yes.
You've also contributed your resources as far as expertise go to write a chapter there. How do you see that playing in, both for you and maybe for others in the community?
This project is particularly important to us from a destination perspective as Saudi. What we have discovered, or when we were working with the authorities over the years, is that the knowledge of what good looks like doesn't always lend itself easily within the available materials. Therefore, we looked and we spoke to CLIA, and thanks to CLIA, to develop something that everybody and every developing destinations, any destination that is looking to grow, can easily pick up and work with, and have this one source of truth of what do cruise lines really look forward to when they're coming to the destination. What is a good cruise destination that will grow and have a successful partnership with cruise lines. So for us it's very important, because that will help us to translate that knowledge to our own ecosystem that is still very much growing. And obviously will hopefully help other destinations like ourselves to have a unified processes, procedures, that all the cruise lines can enjoy, because for us it's not only about our destination, but it's also about the cruise lines and our own cruise lines later on having the same processes everywhere else where they go.
Great. Well, Barbara, it's really great to see you as always. Thank you for your support for that project, but also for your support of CLIA being part of our community here. It's really great talking.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your team.
Thanks.
Thank you.